How's it going? My name is Chris Porter, and I will be doing my cultural artifact presentation video on my cultural artifact, my guitar. So, a little bit of history about the guitar. It was my grandmother's who passed away when I was 13, and that is really when I found the need to kind of express myself in a way that I wasn't able to in any other form of creativity, whether that be with drawing, um, anything within the arts, and something about the guitar and expressing myself became so much more clear, especially after the passing of my grandmother. So, with a kind of history just on music in my family was very much into music, as far as my grandmother playing guitar, playing piano. My mother was in choir. Dad was in a band when he was younger. Other grandmother was in glee club, and the list goes on for music, but nothing to the extent of where I took it and what I ended up doing with my music. For a long time, I started when I was 13, really getting into music, getting into the band scene, and going as far as getting to the record label spot in my life when I was 17, and didn't go the way that I wanted to, but I still felt the need to pursue music. And this has kind of been my constant struggle in realizing what music is for me and what it means to my life, and not even my life, but as far as my family's life as well. Even dating back to when I first started playing in a band, music was so captivating to my family in that it was something it seemed like everyone could find so much interest and so much solace in. Me being younger and playing shows in LA and Hollywood and Anaheim. I was 15 years old when I played my first show in Hollywood. I had to have my parents there and sign me in and make sure I'm not drinking and all this crazy stuff. So it was kind of cool to see how my family got together, not just my parents and direct family. It's uncles, cousins, and grandmas come in, and it brought everyone together. And seeing that and was looking back on it and choosing my cultural artifact, I knew this had to be the one. Especially I've dealt with so many things in my life where I felt that the only way to express myself was through music, whether it be feelings of sadness, writing, sad songs make you happy, writing music to express my feelings to where I don't know what to say, but I can play, and that helps me relinquish that feeling. Whether I'm feeling angry, that's another feeling that I let it out in music playing. It's almost like my way of venting, and that's where I've always felt this is my way of letting loose. This is where I connect the most and feel that when words aren't present, my music and the way I play is. And that's how I think I've lost a little bit of track over the last year or so, getting so caught up in my career with school. I've kind of lost sight, and I felt that just in my person, knowing that there's just something missing from my life, and it is music. I've tried to stave it. I don't want to be this 40-year-old guy playing at a bar, but unfortunately it's might be the best thing for my body, mind, and soul. As much as I don't want to admit that, I've kind of accepted the fate of not maybe making it like as a professional musician, which I'd always hoped, but excluding it would be wrongful to my family and for me myself. So I think that music has taught me a lot too, as far as understanding patience, Working with the band, I learned so much leadership skills. Working with people, understanding how, you know, you're not always right. I'm not always going to be the best, strongest, fastest. There's always usually someone out there that's better, and that's okay. I have to be content with who I am and the things that I do as a person. And that really taught me a lesson, even going into my career, working at a high school as a technical support specialist. Um, there's, you know, a lot of egos in the way, and working with so many different people that, as far as my professional life goes, music has had an influence on that. With my personal life, my relationship with my family, with my girlfriend, understanding patience, understanding viewpoints. This music has taught me a lot about life in general. Listening to others' music and hearing other people's stories is a way of connecting the dots for other people, and kind of helps play into the fact of diversity, understanding cultures and how other people's music and other cultures' music can identify with certain feelings and different emotions just in that alone. So that's something that kind of can compare to the class as far as diversity goes, and I feel that's a good, strong cultural artifact that I'm sure a lot of people grew up with music in the household, learning music, playing music, listening to music. It's kind of like a universal language: food, music, and love. And I think helping myself control feelings is the main thing and reason I chose my guitar. It's helped me through so many times where, you know, I thought it was the end of the world. And what did I do? I let it out on my guitar. I talked with my guitar. I let what words wouldn't be said be played in music, and it helped me vent. You know, I can listen back and say, you know, I remember that time I was going through, I got up at 2 a.m. to write a song. Whatever I had to do to let it out, it helped me, and it's kind of shaped the way I live my life. And that's the reason that I chose my guitar as my cultural artifact. And I hope you enjoyed listening a little bit about me go on a little rant about my guitar. And I appreciate your time, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you.